Okay, tonight we're going to be talking about Landi, Big Dragon Deity Edition, because I really like Landi. She's rapidly becoming one of my favorite characters. She's just so cool, you guys, okay? She comes from this wonderfully thought out world, developed world with history and mythology and all kinds of societies and all kinds of great stuff, and it's very interesting. Yeah, but yeah, Helix is, I guess, a follower of the Dragon Goddess now, which is not something she would have really ever expected. Completely unexpected happenings all over the place here. So yeah, I'm sorry, I've got to be a little bit more quiet because everybody's asleep. But yeah, I don't know if Landi ever had planned on recruiting Helix, or if she just saw an opportunity and took it. Whichever. But Helix never was particularly devout. She saw and studied and observed a little bit of the customs of several different religions because she was surrounded by people who were part of those other religions, so she just kind of absorbed things from lots of different customs and things like that, and just never really thought about it. She put a lot of belief in her own self, basically. So having a deity that she can see and talk to and touch and interact with is very fascinating to her. It's very unusual, because basically every other deity was like, and then he went away and was never actually seen by man again, or never was a physical thing. Like some of them would come and interact directly with humans, like like the Greek deities especially. But usually, when they came and interacted with humans, they just sort of screwed everything up, and then blamed everyone who wasn't them. So, yeah, yeah. The Greek deities are really good at turning people into other things, but they really sucked at turning them back. It's kind of like, okay, you have the ability to turn a person into a crystal, or into a cow, or into a plant. You have the ability to do this major transformation, but you can't change them back? Okay, good job. How useless are you? But yeah, anyway, Landi is not like that, apparently. So it's, Helix is kind of a little bit confused about how to be a good follower of a deity, especially where Landi is concerned, because it's like, okay, yeah, in the back of her head she knows, yeah, this dragon is a deity, but she's more focused on this dragon is a dragon kind of thing. And also there's the fact that when she met Landi, she didn't know she was a deity, so she was just kind of friendly like with her, treated her as a respected equal, and she still kind of feels that way. Like she has more of a sort of sisterly or this is my senpai kind of thing going on with Landi. She's not like overly impressed or fawning or anything like that. She's very casual and towards Landi. So the thought that, yeah, I kind of worship this dragon, that, you know, I talk to just sort of whenever and ask questions of, and Helix will always ask questions of everything. Always. Her curiosity is insatiable. She figures she was born with this great big brain that enables her to ask questions and want information. So why on earth should she not use it? You know, that kind of thing. So she's always going to ask lots and lots of questions. She's always going to want to know more and try to understand more and learn as much as she can, as much as she can hold. So, Landi at least seems amenable to answering the questions, and she doesn't seem to mind the conversation, which is good, because lots of questions. Helix doesn't mind the whole altar type thing. She actually thinks that altars are very pretty and usually very serene places. She likes that. Although the whole she's gonna end up with like a pile of little emeralds just kind of sitting on there because she doesn't know what to do with them. I know Landi told her that it was just some kind of flame residue, but she's still kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe it's important. I probably shouldn't make a necklace out of these. You know? And she doesn't mind the whole, you know, give me the plants, except for the peppers, kind of things, because, you know, that's sort of old hat with deities, you know, sacrifice your firstborn, and give us blood, and Landi's all like, yeah, I'd like some spinach, you know.
Sacrifice your spinach unto me.
Emma says sacrifice my spinach unto her, and I guess that's gonna happen. Or like, yeah, like Lode said, pickles, like a little, plant a little, like a dwarf pickle vine, and make a bunch of baby gherkins just for Landi, because I don't know, pickles, not really my thing, you know, not really like into sour things very much personally, but yeah, so there's that. Landi only wants some plants, you know. She doesn't seem to want pain. You know, she doesn't want you to, like, prove your devotion by, you know, bleeding or doing something that will hurt you. But, you know, if you have any leftover, you know, greens, I could use those. You know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, that's a great idea. Because, I mean, that's something that you can give. That's something that doesn't hurt you, so you can give it gladly. And not end up begrudging or end up, you know, sacrificing 10,000 of your fallen enemies, you know, that kind of thing. He was like, okay, yeah, I'll give you my squash. You can have my squash. Some pumpkins, some tomatoes. You can have my, like, a sprig of basil. Yeah, heck yeah, I'll make you the best salad. Yeah, deity salad. Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing. It was like, you know, you're my follower and I cherish you, so don't hurt yourself on my behalf. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I can get behind that. That's great. That's you know, nice one. And I like the way she was like, yeah, I kind of got like 2 rules. You know, my brother says I ought to have more, but you can't be arsed to worry about it. Like, she's like, I got so much on my plate, you know, I can't go around enforcing a bunch of arbitrary rules. Like, I'm busy. I'm a busy deity. I work from, you know, I do stuff. And you know, I kind of wonder. I don't think it's come up exactly. What form does Landi show up to Helix as? I mean, obviously it's not the full-size dragon, because she wouldn't even be able to, they wouldn't even really be able to see each other. because the size difference would just be so vast. So is it a smaller dragon shaped like her, or like a lady? I know she's taken the shape of a lady before, I think when she was talking with Drew. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I always imagine a dragon that's smaller than her normal, but bigger than Helix, but not too big for the space she's trying to fit into. You know, like she wouldn't knock anything over when she was trying to get, you know, she manifests and boof, and stuff just goes smacking into the walls or anything, but big enough that when sitting down with her paws folded, her neck could rear up and be taller than Helix. Which isn't really very hard, actually. But whatever. Yes. I don't think Helix is really going to bring up her, religious epiphany, I guess, with anybody, because she doesn't really think it's any of anyone's business. You know, like, some things are personal and don't really need to be brought up. But I guess if somebody asked, hey, what's that, your weird looking plate for, then she would tell them. And look really weird in the process, but whatever. Oh, what else to talk about? Gosh. She's cool with it and laid back. She'll probably become more serious about it as she gets older. You know, as it goes on. And she learns more. And all of that stuff. She has no idea whatsoever Landi's plans for her. So, that'll come as a bit of a surprise. But that'll happen then.